Hello guys, it's MashTec here. Today we're going to take a look at Anbernic's new premium retro gaming handheld, the RG351M. Again, Anbernic released a metal version of its latest retro gaming handheld. In this video, we're gonna take a closer look to it and check out its changes compared to the previous RG351P version. Will it really be worth an upgrade? Or should you rather wait for a next release from Anbernic is what we want to find out today. Let's get started. The RG351M is available in two colors, space gray as you can see here and a matte black version. Beside the device itself, the box just includes a 3 feet, so 1 meter long charging cable and a user manual. The manual guides you through the most important button functions and also explains how to copy new ROMs over to the device. The button layout remained exactly the same. Action buttons and the dual analog sticks are at the same places and are still installed low profile. On the bottom side we got the left side stereo speaker, the TF card slot, a reset button and the right side stereo speaker. On the right hand side we find the low profile volume wheel. On the top side we got the right hand shoulder buttons, a USB Type-C slot that can be used to charge the device, a 3.5mm audio jack, the second USB Type-C slot and the left hand shoulder buttons. On the left hand side we find the power button to turn the device on or off. Let's take a look at the technical specs of this device. The RG351M got a 3.5-inch IPS display with a resolution of 320x480. It's powered by a Rockchip 3326 quad-core with 1.5 GHz per core. As graphical processing unit, it makes use of a ARM Mali-G31 MP2 and has 1 GB of DDR3 RAM. The power for this device comes from a 3500 mAh battery that lasts for about 8 hours of playtime. It comes with a 64 GB SD card that includes many ROMs and ported games, and the TF card reader supports microSD cards up to a capacity of 256 GB. The new version comes with an internal Wi-Fi module so you can connect it to the internet. And a metal frame, or to be more specific, an aluminium frame that really feels high quality. So from a technical point of view, the RG351P and the RG351M are exactly the same except the framing material and the internal Wi-Fi module. In terms of emulation performance, you get no benefit from the new device. But still, there are a few advantages for the RG351M that I like to point out for you. Thanks to the OTG function of the USB slots, the device allows us to connect external controllers to it that can be used for multiplayer gaming. At this point, I already missed the non-existent HDMI out feature. It would be so cool if you could just hook that tiny little device to your TV, connect wireless controllers and play some multiplayer games together with your friends. For the previous RG351P version, you had to get a USB Type-C to USB Type-A OTG adapter and an external Wi-Fi dongle to make use of the Wi-Fi functions. This means you have to make sure you get the right parts and make an additional purchase for them. On top of that, it blocks one of your USB ports for the time you have your Wi-Fi module connected. Thanks to the built-in Wi-Fi, both USB ports remain free for usage. I think this has become an essential feature of this device because it allows you to automatically scrape your ROM set from the device menu, download new themes to customize it, and in case you decide to flash the custom ArcOS firmware to it, it even allows you to perform system updates via internet, what is a really comfortable feature. Recently, I updated my RG351P to have built-in Wi-Fi as well by soldering an internal module to it. If you're interested in a video about how to do that, let me know in the comments below. The second point to mention is the metal frame. It definitely gives you a premium feeling, but beside that, it also improves the haptic of the device. The buttons feel more tight and you have much more precise pressure points on them compared to the RG351P. The RG351M already comes with the latest stock firmware version 3.8 that includes a performance update for the PSP emulator. On the RG351P you had to perform this update manually. Find the update files, perform the update and ensure you don't corrupt your system files with it. So if you don't feel comfortable to do this on your own, but still like to make use of the latest PSP update, the RG351M might be the better choice for you. Most of the other systems run perfectly on this device. In a special, Game Boy Advance titles are a pleasure to play on the RG351M for the pixel perfect emulation and superfluid speed. Let me show you some more systems so you can get an impression of the gameplay performance yourself. Unfortunately, compared to the previous RG351P, there is still no improvement in Dreamcast emulation. Sound and video are very disturbed due to bad emulation speed, and so it doesn't really make fun to play Dreamcast games on this device. I wish to see a new Dreamcast emulation core for RetroArch here to improve the performance of these games. And one last thing to mention, if you already own a RG351P and like to upgrade to the M version, you can simply swap over your SD card from your old device to continue on the RG351M. So all settings you already applied to the system and RetroArch, all the ROMs you've added, all the game states you've saved, so all customizations you did will seamlessly be present for you on the new device. This works with your existing stock firmware SD card as well as with new created SD cards running custom firmwares like ArcOS or 351Alec. Let's come to my conclusion. The RG351M is not gonna be an upgrade for your gameplay experience. Since the inner hardware components didn't receive an upgrade compared to the RG351P, both devices perform at the same level for all emulation systems. Even though I really like the Wi-Fi and metal frame upgrades the new unit received, I honestly don't think it justifies a change if you already own a RG351P. If you guys remember the update from the RG350 to the 350M, we got a more valuable upgrade with it. The metal frame, the new analog stick arrangement with low profile buttons and the 480p display really did improve the gameplay experience on this device. Those days the display got updated even though the most emulators didn't really benefit from it. Now this has changed. Since the RG351P we got a more powerful system in our hands that supports newer emulation systems like PSP and Dreamcast that really could benefit from a higher resolution. But exactly with this handheld generation, Anbernic made a step back and removed the 480p display. And beside that, also the aspect ratio of the display has changed from 4:3 to 3:2, what is a very uncommon ratio for most emulation systems. The second big feature I miss very much is the HDMI out feature. I really hope that Anbernic would keep this feature with its handhelds. I remember the day when we celebrated this feature to become real with an unofficial patch. If the new RG351M would have come along with a 480p display and HDMI out again, it would have been a 100% recommendation from me. So is the RG351M really worth the money? Well, it depends. If you insist on having a device that gives you a premium feeling when you hold it in your hands and that comes with a pre-installed Wi-Fi module, then this is the right device for you. But if you currently own a RG351P, I'd definitely not upgrade to the 351M since the benefits don't outweigh the price for this new device. So it's up to you. If you like to buy the RG351M, you can get it directly from Anbernic, where I think you can get the best support for your device. I'll leave you a link to Anbernic's shop in the video description if you'd like to check it out. That's it for today. I hope you find this video helpful and give you a good impression of the changes that came along with the new RG351M. Let me know in the comments what features you missed with the RG351M and what you would prefer to see on the next RG model. I will forward our feedback directly to Anbernic in hope they take it into consideration for the next model. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!